Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, rumours, noise, murmurings, incomings, outgoings. You name it, you'll find it here on Transfer Hub, Up the Villa. If you are new to the channel, make sure you are subscribing. Smash that like button. Let's go for 600 and comment your thoughts in the comment section down below. We're linked with a player, guys. We are linked with a player, and it is El Khannouss from Leicester. Young 21-year-old forward who had very, very bright moments for Leicester in a season that was overshadowed by relegation, poor performances. And I'm going to be honest, I watched quite a bit of Leicester last season. I don't know whether some of you long-standing viewers that watched mine and Earl's scouting content, when we were talking about attacking players, I actually picked up El Khannouss and said that he really impressed me for Leicester. And Earl said to me that he'd not really watched much of Leicester. So El Khannouss did impress me last season, and he impressed me because I actually felt like he could fit into this Aston Villa system. He's an attacking player. He played quite central for Leicester. Dribbling ability, very good. Driving forward at speed. You know, he's a small player, low centre of gravity. Got real good technique. If I had to pick a word for him, I'd say he's quite techie. Turning good, letting the ball to run across his body and drive forward good. Real nice striking prowess on the ball as well. I think his vision's good, and he works very, very hard for the team as well. So, you know, when someone just catches your eye, just when you watch a team and that player always catches your eye, his haircut's pretty cool as well. And he just caught my eye, guys. Not going to lie, he caught my eye. So let's have a little look at where this rumour is coming from and where all the noise is coming from then. So we'll translate it. Sunderland continues to negotiate with Leicester to lower Bilal El Khannouss's clause, estimated at 26 million euros plus 10% on a future resale. Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa are in the race. Monaco is still waiting for a departure before moving forward on an attacking player. So that's coming from Loic Tanzi. I think we've had a couple of little rumours from Loic Tanzi in this window, especially. So if we have a little look, then we'll go to SofaScore. We'll go to the tried and trusted, and we'll have a little look at a bit of his player profile, what's he all about, etc. So we go to SofaScore, 21 years of age, right-footed, can play on the left or play centrally. If we have a look at his heat map last season then for Leicester, predominantly on that left-hand side, we could be talking here about a Asensio replacement to the squad, or we could be talking about a Jacob Ramsey replacement to the squad if he's to go as well, or we could just be talking about a good player coming in to Aston Villa. I really rate him. I think he'd be really good in this Villa system. He's got longevity with his age. So he played 32 games, started 27. He scored 2 goals and he got 3 assists. And of course, they're going to be low. He was in a team that got relegated, a team that couldn't really get the best out of him, because I would say the players that were in and around him were just not there. But there are key numbers and metrics that we can look out for, and we can paint a picture of what type of player and what style he's got. So his passing accuracy, he'd got 80%, in his own half 87, opposition half 69. And his defending is what stood out for me as well. So ball recovery is 2.9, successful dribbles 60%, total duels 47, ground 48, and aerials 44, which, to be fair, for the size of him, he's actually impressed me, to be honest, when I saw that, because I actually thought it could be a little bit lower. If we have a look now at some of his underlying numbers on FB Ref, and we'll be able to get a decent understanding of some of his key numbers as well. So here we can see defensive work. We've got, if I move me over a touch as well, so we can see the whole chart. So Here we can see some of his underlying numbers then. So we can see that we have got tackles is in the top 9% for tackles per 90. And this is coming across the top 5 leagues. And this is against attacking midfielders and wingers. If we have a little look then at some more numbers. So progressive passes per 90, we've got 5.28. And then if we go down a little bit lower, we can see that we're in some top banding here for passes completed long is in the top 5%. Passes attempted long is in the top 9% again. So we've got completed and attempted. We're in that inside that top 10% bracket. Passes into the final third, we're at 3.67, so we're at a good rating with those. And then if we look at some of these pass types through here, some really nice green numbers. We've got through balls, we've got switches, we've got crosses. And then as we go a little bit lower, tackles, we're in the top 9% for tackles. Tackles won, top 9%. We've got percentage of dribblers tackled, 53.1%. A little bit lower, we're in here now. So we've got tackled during take-on percentage, 38.3%. Successful take-ons, 56.7%. So those successful take-ons and tackled during take-on percentage are very similar to Jacob Ramsey's numbers as well for Aston Villa. So hopefully we can kind of gather a little bit about what type of player he is. He's industrial. He works hard for the team as well. And like I say, he was a player that definitely impressed me last season. He's got his market value there at 28 million. We can see that his positions that he can play: attacking midfield, central midfield, or a left winger as well. We can see as well that he's played for Belgium youth team, and then he's moved to the Morocco youth team, where he's played 22 games and he has got 1 goal as well. So, like I say, a player that really impressed me last season, and one particular moment that really impressed me was this moment here that we saw against Tottenham Hotspur away from home. Now, this goal here highlights how impressive he actually is. So we can see here that he's occupying a free space. And this is where and why when I was watching him, I kept thinking Villa, 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 because we know that we play with a similar sort of strike force as what Leicester played with. We've got Morgan Rogers that plays in this role, and we've got Ollie Watkins. But I actually feel like when he was in those inside central spaces, that his awareness was really good. And I also actually felt like his composure on the ball was good as well. Here we can see one of his other really good attributes is that his timing on the ball and how relaxed he is. Doesn't rush this. Now, he's in a lot of space here centrally. And as an attacking player, you could think, oh crap, I've got the ball. Like, get it out my feet quickly, take a bad touch. But he lets it come across his body, and he's a player in complete control of what's going on around him. And he takes a lovely touch. And what he does is he gets the ball completely out his feet. Now, the ball is completely out his feet here now, and he's driving forward. He could just slip in Jamie Vardy and take that option. But what he does is he thinks, no, I'm going to completely go alone and really engage in this moment and seize my opportunity. And what he's able to do is he absolutely whips in this beautiful shot with whip into the bottom corner. And it's such a great individual goal. And actually missed one of the slides, actually. So here we've got where he takes another touch before he strikes. And it's just a lovely goal. And then there's another little reverse angle that I've got here now of just as he's about to shoot. And you can see when I was calling him techie, this is why he's techie. Because look how he uses this defender. He uses this defender to just bend it round into that bottom corner. Such a really well-worked goal from a player that I think is Very, very good. Now, if we was to get him, where would he play? Well, he could play the Asensio role, the Rodgers role. He could play on the left as well. And I think he would just add to Villa's strike force. And another thing that I think is actually quite good is he's really good in and around the box. So if we're working with build up, getting to the edge of the 18-yard box, then he's a player that I think will be able to unlock things as well. So I'm really pleased we're linked with this player because it's a player that I really rate. It's a player that I think has got a very bright future. And it's one of those players, and some people might not rate him or might not know who he is. But whenever I watched Leicester, he was their best player. And somebody that I just thought when he got on the ball, he started to make things happen. He started to get them ticking as well. So it's a really cool link. It's a good player. So Villa fans, let me know your thoughts on El Khannouss. Subscribe to the channel, smash the likes, comment your thoughts. Up the Villa.